Right now at 5, another community reeling from a mass shooting, this time in Kentucky.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Police in Louisville, Kentucky say the quick response of officers helped save lives at a workplace shooting this morning. They've identified a 23-year-old gunman who killed 4 people at a bank and injured 9 others, including 2 police officers, one who was struck in the head and underwent brain surgery. Christian Benavides reports from Miami.
Police descended on an Old National Bank branch in downtown Louisville to find a gunman still firing shots.
The suspect has been identified as Connor Sturgeon, white male, 23 years of age, who was employed at Old National Bank. His weapon of choice was a rifle.
Officers exchanged gunfire with the suspect, who died at the scene. Police named 4 victims who were killed inside.
Tommy Elliott, 63 years of age. Jim Tutt, 64 years of age. Josh Barrett, 40 years of age. And Juliana Farmer, 57.
Today, I'm hurt.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear fought back tears as he addressed the latest mass shooting.
We lost 4 children of God today, one of whom was one of my closest friends.
Caleb Goodlet's wife works inside the building.
I got a call from my wife panicking that she was locked in the vault, that there was an active shooter in the building.
She took shelter inside along with other terrified workers.
They had a phone inside the vault. She was able to reach me. I haven't heard about her coworkers yet or anything, but I have talked to her and seen her. She's fine.
Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg said his city has set up a family assistance center for anyone affected by Monday's event.
Whether you were physically hurt or not, I know that you're hurting too. We are here for you.
Authorities are asking the public for any information related to this latest shooting as they begin their investigation. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
Louisville's interim police chief said she had just sworn in the officer who was shot in the head on March 31st. The department also responded to a second downtown shooting Monday where 1 person was killed and another injured. Meantime, breaking this evening, the Wisconsin DOJ has identified the Barron County officers killed in a shootout on Saturday. Department officials say 32-year-old Emily Breidenbach of the Chautauqua Police Department and 23-year-old Hunter Scheel of the Cameron Police Department were killed during a firefight Saturday. The officers were looking to stop a man for an outstanding warrant and to check on his welfare at a traffic stop. The civilian involved, 50-year-old Glenn Douglas Perry, who later died at the hospital. Police gathered outside of a funeral home this morning for a procession carrying the officers' bodies to a medical examiner's office in Minnesota for autopsies to be conducted. The officers' remains were set to be returned in another procession later in the day. Both officers died at the scene of the shooting. La Crosse firefighters rescued 1 person and a dog from a house fire early this morning. The La Crosse Fire Department said in a release that around 5 this morning, the department responded to a fire at the 500 block of Caledonia Street. La Crosse Fire posted a time-lapse of the response on its Facebook page. The release says the house had major damage and the fire displaced 2 people. The dog required life-saving care, and the cause of that fire still under investigation. Time to switch gears and talk some weather with our chief meteorologist, Bill Graw.
Well, I keep saying it, but warmest day so far this year. It's that time of year when we hit those higher temperatures and higher. Indeed, check them out. 77 degrees in La Crosse today, 73 in Eau Claire, 75 in Winona and Sparta, and 74 in Prairie du Chien. So again, these numbers well above average. In fact, that 77 is 20 degrees above average for La Crosse. We had plenty of sunshine, just a few clouds scattered about, and we will see more clouds scattered about as the night wears on. So we'll call it partly cloudy for the overnight, but boy, beautiful evening underway. 72 still in Eau Claire, still at that 77 in La Crosse. In fact, most spots still right around their afternoon high temperatures in the lower to middle 70s. So partly cloudy, mild overnight. Lows in La Crosse only dip to about 52 degrees, probably some low to mid 40s far north. Winds out of the southwest to south at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to keep raising that temperature over the next several days. In fact, we could be looking at record warmth on Wednesday and Thursday. I'll detail that in just a few minutes.
All right, sounds like a plan. Thanks, Bill. Back on the news side of things this evening, a faculty strike is affecting some 67,000 students at all 3 campuses of Rutgers University in New Jersey. It is the first job action of its kind in more than 250 years of Rutgers history. Unions representing educators, researchers, clinicians, and others are demanding salary increases, job security for adjunct instructors, and funding for grad students. Now, some classes are still meeting and labs and libraries remain open. The university is advising students to complete their coursework so they don't fall behind.
I need to get these grades in and I need to do well, so I'm a little nervous, but I think I have the resources to complete that assignment.
Negotiations moved to New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy's office on Monday. Students say that while they are witnessing history, they are hopeful both sides can close this chapter quickly. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers is sitting down with nursing students in Eau Claire to discuss his budget proposal. Evers plans to use over $200 million to address Wisconsin's healthcare industry issues. A key topic today was the healthcare workforce shortage. Nursing students shared that having fewer workers is putting stress on especially rural communities. UW-Eau Claire's Dean of the College of Nursing and Health Sciences says Evers' investment would help address underserved rural populations.
The programs that have been initiated have allowed us to be more creative in thinking about ways to reach out to the rural areas.
Very questions.
And over $50 million of the total $200 million that Evers is investing would go directly to addressing workforce shortages. We've got more details on how at news8000.com. Area business owners are meeting with Wisconsin legislators to talk budget today. This is the first time the La Crosse Area Chamber of Commerce is back in person with legislators. Representatives Billings and Oldenburg from the State Assembly said it makes a difference to hear from constituents in person. The Chamber's CEO says it's important to make time for these types of conversations.
Our state budget is going to impact our businesses. That's why it's important, and it's important to be tied into the local legislators. They're the ones who are advocating on behalf of businesses or La Crosse area at the state level.
So if you're not signed up or registered for that.
State Representative Steve Doyle also in on the conversation today. Legislators discussed topics from the governor's budget, including shared revenue, personal property taxes, licensure, and educational funding. Onalaska Fire Chief Troy Goody is retiring after 34 years with the department. His last day will be May 2nd. Goody says he's grateful for his team and their accomplishments over the years. After spending the last 3 years of his career as chief, he says he's ending his career on a high note.
People that are in this community know me as being a dedicated, leader. So I take that responsibility very seriously, and so I'm always monitoring my calls, which is a lot after, like you said, 34 years of carrying a pager with you everywhere.
Goody also says the department.
He says 2 of his standout accomplishments were the local high school fire and EMS academy and the Town of Onalaska Fire Service agreement. The city of Onalaska is reviewing his job description and will search for a new chief in the coming weeks. Just ahead, courts in different parts of the country are at odds over an abortion pill. The latest on that battle coming up after the break.
Save 11% on all your outdoor storage needs right now at Menards. The Suncast 8x10 resin outdoor storage shed is built with steel reinforced double wall construction, metal hinges, and lockable handles. All Suncast storage sheds are 11% off. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out, building the highest quality doors in a wide selection of styles. Get a prime steel exterior door system for just $349.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Are you looking for ways to manage your money wherever life takes you? Ultra's online and mobile banking is where it's at. We make managing your accounts on any device easy and secure. So go ahead, transfer funds, send money, deposit checks, or pay bills. All on your schedule, anytime, anywhere. But don't just take our word for it. Here's what our members say. Take the next step and download the Ultra mobile app from the Apple App Store or Google Play. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Rise and shine. Today you start a new and exciting adventure. So step up and dream big. At the School District of La Crosse, let curiosity guide you, not fear of the unknown. Meet friends, learn and play. Embrace change. Discover hidden talents. And let loose your unbridled potential. Build a better future. Because here, anything is possible. The School District of La Crosse. Dream, believe, achieve.
At Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, we know the Cooley region's weather is unpredictable. 40 degrees today, 75 tomorrow. Is your HVAC system fully prepared to effectively handle the stresses of the next season? Beat the inevitable rush and schedule your HVAC clean and check today. Be confident your air conditioning unit and furnace will work when you need it. Call Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train.
Your trained comfort specialist, Bagnevsky.
Is your roof ready for summer weather? At River Valley Remodelers, our roofing system provides the protection your home needs for all weather. We've got great news. It's affordable. Right now, we're front-loading work for spring installs and passing the savings on to you. Call now to receive your free estimate and a $500 voucher towards your new roof. Plus, we'll donate 5% of install costs to New Horizons. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home. Build our community.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
The abortion pill mifepristone is due to be pulled off the shelf by Friday unless the courts issue a stay preventing a judge's order from taking effect. That's setting up a potential legal fight which could go all the way to the highest court in the land. Nicole D'Antonio has more details from the Supreme Court.
The Department of Justice has filed an appeal against a conservative federal judge's ruling which suspends FDA approval for the abortion pill mifepristone. Writing, if allowed to take effect, the court's order would thwart FDA's scientific judgment and severely harm women, particularly those for whom mifepristone is a medical or practical necessity.
If the decision stands, it will put women's health at risk and undermine the FDA's ability to ensure patients have access to safe and effective medications when they need them the most.
Texas Judge Matthew Kaczmarek, a Trump appointee, ruled on Friday that the FDA improperly approved mifepristone 23 years ago, saying it ignored legitimate safety concerns about the drug.
We think that the judge totally got it right. The FDA has to go back. It has to be transparent with the public about the studies that it relied on to make its decisions, and it's got to follow the science.
Mifepristone is one of the safest and most effective medicines that we've seen over the last 20 years to help women with their health care, especially abortion care.
A federal judge in Washington state appointed by Obama blocked any changes to mifepristone's availability to the public in 17 states and the District of Columbia, where Democrats sued. The cases are likely headed to the Supreme Court, where the conservative majority may decide the case.
This administration stands by the FDA and is prepared for this legal fight.
Protests broke out over the weekend following the court's ruling.
This should not be normalized. This should outrage you.
Showing that abortion rights will likely remain very important to voters in next year's presidential election. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, the Supreme Court.
And just last week, abortion rights propelled a liberal judge here in Wisconsin to an 11-point victory in the state Supreme Court election. Coming up, rising temps and dry terrain could be a dangerous combination. Our Dua Israr will explain the high fire risk.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. Rising temperatures indeed. In fact, much of the country enjoying this taste of spring. How long will it last here in the upper Midwest? I'll have the answer with my 8-day forecast after the break.
Morgan Farmer at Park Bank enjoys working with new and existing business owners to ensure their success. He finds the means to secure loans through the Small Business Administration that enables these businesses to start, expand, and thrive in our communities. Morgan Farmer enjoys helping local businesses, and he also enjoys other things. Visit Morgan at Park Bank to talk about your small business and other things.
It's easy to see when you have a plumbing problem, but when it comes to your water, things aren't always so clear. Without water conditioning, your water may be doing more harm than good. Hard water can damage your pipes and appliances, leave spotting on dishes, as well as dry out your skin and hair. Contact the professionals at Maxwell White. More than a plumbing company, we offer comprehensive water conditioning. That's 2 great services under one roof. Enjoy cleaner dishes, softer and brighter clothes, and much more with a simple call to Maxwell White. Water conditioning done right.
Cracks in brick, cracks in block, sticking windows or doors, settling or sinking foundation, it's a fact. Foundation problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call American Water Works.
Honey, I'm home. I picked us up a vacuum and I got us some toilet paper.
Well, let's give it a shot and see how it works.
I see trouble for these two.
Oh, come on, junk. Honey, I'm home. I picked us up a new vacuum and I got us some cat litter.
Will he ever learn?
And another one added to the pile. Honey, I'm home. And this time I went to A1 Vacuum.
My hero.
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Well, the sunshine is a nice change of pace, but combined with dry grass, it can also be dangerous. News 8 Now's Dua Israr joins us live in studio and explains how one discarded cigarette can lead to massive consequences. Hey, Dua.
Ken, in the Cooley region, it's roughly 75 degrees out and there's been very little rain. Those two factors plus wind can take a small fire and turn it into an uncontrollable one. When warm temperature meets dry air, grass becomes highly flammable. With winds expected to be 20 miles an hour, fires can expand. That's why the La Crosse Fire Department says check with the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources for burn bans in your area. It's as simple as its name. Burning anything outside is banned. Lieutenant Adam Foley says embers from a fire can travel and become unmanageable.
Sometimes it could be just debris or discarded cigarettes or burning materials that are kind of blown out from their original source.
The Wisconsin DNR says most of southern Wisconsin is under a very high fire danger warning. With near record temperatures on Wednesday and Thursday, burn bans may be issued frequently. Now, if there is a fire, the La Crosse Fire Department says call for help immediately. Foley says the fire department can send more resources to stop the fire before it spreads. Ken?
Thanks very much, Dua. And to check if your area is under a burn ban, you can go to Wisconsin DNR's website. We've got a link posted at news8000.com. And since we're talking high temperatures, it's high time to send it over to our chief meteorologist, Bill Grahl, for a check of our weather.
Yeah, one of the main problems with the fire danger right now is the fact that the vegetation is still kind of in its dry, dead winter state. It hasn't greened up yet, so we need that to happen. And as Dua mentioned, it has been fairly dry this month of April, even though it's been a very wet 2023 so far. So it's all about what have you done for me lately, so to speak. All right, this past weekend, boy, was it gorgeous or what? 68 degrees was high in La Crosse on Saturday, 72 yesterday, and then that high today, 77 degrees. So 6 of the 10 days so far this month have been above average. It's also been rather breezy at times, and I'm looking at a very breezy stretch of weather over the next week or so, so that too is adding to that fire danger. So again, just maybe put off those outdoor burning plans until further notice or until we get some decent rain across the region. Just a partly cloudy sky right now, 77 the high, that is 20 degrees above average. Not quite record territory today though, 91 is the record high in 1930. Look at that, I enjoyed the weather so much I just headed outside. You can't even see me anymore. Can I snap my fingers and reappear? No? Darn it, darn it. All right, well, hopefully I'll reappear at some point. Otherwise, you'll just hear my voice. That's the important thing, right? 77 degrees, the La Crosse temperature out at the airport. 75, there I am. Darn it, I should have snapped my finger again. 75 here at the station, and the Mississippi's actually falling right now, but don't get too used to that. It will start to rise again as all the snow from northern Wisconsin and northern Minnesota melt into the Chippewa River, the Minnesota River, the Mississippi River, and the Wisconsin River. In fact, the Chippewa River is running quite a bit higher than it has been, 769.3, and that rise will continue. 72 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire. And again, much of the country enjoying this early taste of very warm spring temperatures, well into the 70s all the way into eastern Montana. 76 in Pierce, 77 in La Crosse, 71 in Des Moines. Most spots between about 72 and 77 degrees. Winds out of the southwest, not overly strong today, and they won't be overly strong tomorrow, but by Wednesday, a very breezy stretch of weather setting up. What's happening? We have a huge ridge of high pressure out to the west that's sending the storm track well to the north of the border, so everything's riding to our north, and a good warm bubble of air encompassing much of the lower 48, and that's what we're going to see for the rest of the week. So just some passing clouds tonight, but dry. For tomorrow, a mostly sunny sky, probably some high clouds at times. And again, notice those breezes coming from the south and southwest. So that is a warming wind, and that's why temperatures are going to be so above average. And then those winds pick up even more as we head into the day on Wednesday. Look at these highs tomorrow. We could be flirting with 80 degrees across the county, right around 79 or so in La Crosse, mid to upper 70s down to the south. And again, some spots could flirt with that 80-degree mark tomorrow, but for sure by Wednesday and Thursday and even to the north, plenty of 70s for afternoon highs. So for tonight, partly cloudy and mild. 52 in La Crosse, some low to mid 40s far north. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and warm, a little bit on the breezy side. 79 for the high. Record or near record warmth potentially Wednesday and Thursday. Highs 80+ degrees here in La Crosse. Still warm on Friday, and then a chance of showers Friday night and into Saturday. Quite a bit cooler heading into the weekend as well. 59 on Saturday, 49 on Sunday. Lower 50s early next week, but back in the upper 50s on Tuesday. So, boy, enjoy the warmer weather this week if you're a warm weather fan.
All right, you heard it from the man himself. Thanks, Bill.
Okay.
Coming up next, some Minneapolis drivers are in for a bit more than just a bump in the road. We've got to look at a massive sinkhole coming up after the break.
Tuesday on News 8 Now this morning, the food additives that are dangerous to your health and why they could be facing a ban. And why some students are pushing back against the idea of cursive writing. Have a great Monday night. More News 8 Now is after the break.
Spring is a great time to plan your next home improvement project. Call now for a free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, decks, baths, kitchens, or flooring.
Life's more rewarding at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. We're the lawn and garden experts, offering the spring supplies you need to build out your dream yard at unbeatable prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $15 gift card with $100 spent on Scott's products. Like Scott's Turf Builder with Halt's Crabgrass Preventer, $79.99 after $10 mail-in rebate. Scott's Weed and Feed, only $69.99 after rebate. And Scott's Lawn Food, just $49.99 after mail-in rebate.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor has immediate openings and wants you to apply. They say this job takes grit, attention to detail, and ability to work as a team. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today. $2,500 hiring bonus.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads.
It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $37.50 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high output engine.
Visit HometownChevy.com.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Crews will start tackling problems on another Twin Cities street that fell victim to Mother Nature. A sinkhole has been found near Lake of the Isles in Minneapolis. According to some neighbors, it went from pothole to sinkhole overnight. Now it's almost big enough to fit an ice shanty inside. As for driving around it, the best advice from officials to just not. Locals, though, had no shortage of opinions about that growing pit.
Man, this sinkhole is crazy. I'm happy nobody fell into it.
We were just driving down and I was thinking of making a U-turn, but clearly this is right there in the way.
Minneapolis Public Works says more barriers have been placed around the sinkhole, and crews will be on site working to determine that cause. It's still too early to know what repairs are needed or how long they'll take. We will have a look at what's coming up at 6 when we come back, and of course Bill will be back in for another check of your forecast.
Made with American biofuels, E15 saves drivers money, reduces emissions, and creates jobs in rural communities. Last year, when gas prices were spiking, President Biden extended summer sales of E15 and saved drivers nearly $1 per gallon in some areas. We can't afford higher gas prices this summer. We need the Biden administration to act again. Tell Senator Baldwin that President Biden must protect access to E15 and extend savings at the pump.
Don't settle for overpriced, low-quality vinyl windows. Our StarMark composite window, available exclusively at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, is 2,000% more airtight, 40% more energy efficient, and 12 times stronger than vinyl windows.
And at a price less than what many companies charge for lower quality vinyl windows. Receive a free triple pane upgrade on select windows and 24 months interest-free financing.
Get on the road, on the water, or off the beaten path with a vehicle loan from Ultra. Enjoy low rates, flexible terms, and no payments for 90 days. Apply from anywhere 24/7 with approvals in just minutes. Whether it's a car, truck, RV, boat, or motorcycle, we'll put you in the driver's seat with a monthly payment that fits your budget. But don't just take our word for it. Here's what our members say. It's go time. Take the next step and apply now at driveultra.org. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
American craftsmanship. It's getting harder to find and even harder to experience as the focal point of your home. But not with Vermont Castings. Our stoves and inserts are hand-built with you in mind. No detail is too small, no element insignificant. The result? Timeless furniture quality beauty that delivers efficient heat to your home. Handcrafted to set your living space apart in style and in comfort.
Come into Warming Trends.
At Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, we know the Cooley region's weather is unpredictable. 40 degrees today, 75 tomorrow. Is your HVAC system fully prepared to effectively handle the stresses of the next season? Beat the inevitable rush and schedule your HVAC clean and check today. Be confident your air conditioning unit and furnace will work when you need it. Call Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted Trane comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a Trane.
Your Trane comfort specialist, Bagnevsky.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, our special series Tax Time kicks off tonight. The deadline to file your taxes is 8 days away, and thousands of Americans are falling prey to scams. We've got tips to keep your money and identity safe. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And coming up on News 8 Now at 6, one Logan Middle School math teacher had an unconventional path to the world of public education. But since it helped him discover his passion, he wouldn't trade that path for anything. I'll detail the extra hours of dedication that makes him a top-notch teacher coming up tonight at 6.
And again, I highly encourage you enjoying the temperatures this week if you can, including this evening. Temperatures still well in the 70s, mild overnight, lows around 52 in La Crosse. And look at that, 70s, even some 80s potentially on Wednesday and Thursday, record or near record warmth.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 5.